on a Sunday fun day, the day the Lord has given us. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. Today is Sunday Fun Day. In order to keep up with me, you had to catch what I posted on my community page, my last live video, and anything that I left in my shorts. No, that was a really good one. Go catch the shorts. I was breaking down fear, how you can break down fear. You have to acknowledge that fear is real. It is a real feeling. You go through it and you give it a voice, and you soothe that voice every time it comes up. What the fuck is this card doing in there? Wow. I guess that's what I was supposed to be doing. That's not really. I was looking for a card. The alchemical transformation, transmutation is what I'm going through. I'm always going through these. I'm so tired of this. Really? What happens? I'm going to explain it to all the new people. Shout out to the new people. I seen that we hit 3,000. I don't want to get too excited because on a day like today, I could lose like 10 to 20 people. Really? Why? Because I do religious studies and religious people get upset. And they're like, I'm not looking for the card. I'll just read it to you. But I did find the last card of the other book, which was Trust Your Innocence. The Fool card is how the journey starts and how you go through the journey as a fool. You gain wisdom along the way. I'm just going to go in order. I was looking for a different card just to give you a visual. I can read what I was going to tell you. We come in here, when you come into life with no understandings, usually. Your slate has been wiped clean. You have a contract of what you came here to do, and you're going to do that subconsciously. But you're here just to experience life. Just to experience it. Perfect. I went to the right one. It wasn't the last card. Okay. So you're here to gain experience. So you're just nothing but a fool. So that card that says innocence is you're supposed to be innocent and adventurous. Kids are very adventurous. You can see sometimes they're scared of like Santa Claus and certain things, but mostly they're fearless. They don't know until you teach them. They're unprogrammed. They're here to try everything. They want to stick it all in their mouth. They want to touch things. They want to run up to things. They don't know the dangers of this world. They don't see danger. They see opportunities. And that's where you want to be, is not afraid. Or not, held back by misconceptions of what everything is. And that's where you get raised by, as a child. They tell you what everything is and what will happen if you do things. You get some experiences, but most of all, you're watching other people and their human experiences, and you're learning from them. It's like, you turn to your kids, when are they going to learn? I don't know. They keep doing it enough, they're going to learn. Fuck around and find out. That's how that works. So you want to be in that place where you're willing to learn again. Willing to take in new information. Willing to be, fresh. Have a fresh outlook. A fresh perception. As I say that, it's like, I'm going to start today for you new people. I typically on a Sunday, I'll do light codes, which are just light oracles that are just pretty much good stuff. We're going to put in a bunch of good information, light codes, as I said, just stuff to keep you going. And we'll get into religious studies where it's the same thing. They're just, guides, light guides. It's not my specialty, but, I challenge it, and that's usually where I lose a lot of people, is in my opinions or beliefs. And so, just kind of fair warning. Let's just start. I don't really care to talk about what I posted, but I guess I should. The last thing I posted was something, I felt rust this morning. I'm like, oh gosh. So do you have something to say? Are you enjoying the experience? And it was kind of funny. It's like, do you even know what, I know you're watching this, but do you know what it feels like? Do you know what I'm going through? Or are you just, sitting there waiting for me to lose? And it's kind of funny because it's like you can feel this negativity off his ass. Every time I learn a hard lesson, he's more like, yeah, that's what you get. And it's such a negative thing to learn, you know what I mean? It's like, That's the wrong attitude, bro. It's like, you watch me for 3 years. There's other people, it's like, damn, you knew from the beginning he was an asshole. When is she gonna learn he's an asshole? When is she gonna learn? When is she gonna learn? When is she gonna learn? Is everybody else. You know what I mean? You hope they'll learn their lessons. I learned. It took me 3 years, and you're just sitting there laughing? You thought it was fine. Or is it an entertaining lesson to be learned? You'll learn some lessons yourself, loser. But going back to it, it's like, are you guys entertained by the life lessons I learn? Fine, that's cool. Most of you are just going to find this as entertainment. You know what I mean? Something to watch when you're bored. Other people are really learning some shit. I can't open your brain up to something that you're not willing to accept. If it's just, a show to you, then it's just a show. Let me show you something, I suppose. That's how I look at it. It's like, geez. There's other people, it's like, well, I feel for you. And finally learned, huh? That's your grandparents, that's the ancestors. She finally learned her lesson. Yeah, thanks for all the help. Then you look back, you're like, why didn't I get this sooner? Oh, because you were running from the lesson. Let's move on. Anybody that wants to keep up, we pull these cards in order, so you're welcome to. We don't pull them every week, but you're welcome to, take this journey. This is a light journey. It's, again, the ascension. We're currently in earth healing, but I wanted to talk to you about... I went to grounding. I wanted to talk to you about... family of light, spiritual service, initiation by water, dark night of the soul. It's all in here. Initiation by fire, the ascension bridge. Okay, forget it. I guess we're not going to talk about it. There it is. Alchemical mutation. What happens? It's an empowering gift of love. Symptoms of this process can be challenging at times. They may include headaches and other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, inexplicit and nearly overwhelming fatigue that lasts for days. Have you heard? I've been sleeping like crazy all week. And then suddenly vanishes with surges of new energy. You'll also experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light or sound, hormonal imbalances, hot flashes, excessive sexual energy, mental obsessions or mood swings, aggression, and unintentional harsh reactions to people. If you have been experiencing any of the above and wonder if these or other symptoms could be a direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting the body, the answer is very likely yes. You are encouraged to source whatever professional, on page 96, health support you need to take care of your body. Basically what it is the body changes as light enters. Alchemy is a catalyst for the transformation that happens. Sometimes it appears as the appearance of the body changes. There will be change in how your body feels, responds, acts, and creates. I try to tell you that all the time. So we go in and we clear out the darkness, and then you're filled with light, but it has a really delayed effect on your body. So if you listen to my video yesterday, my throat chakra started going off real bad, like I had a cold. And then I got every fucking terrible symptom, including a moon cycle. I was like, this is lovely. Just flush it out, huh? It is. It's a dialysis. It's cleaning out bad blood. That's the best way I can put it, dude. You had bad blood in the Taylor Swift song. That's what I mean. You had a lot of built-up hard feelings, and you clear it out, bro. And the cleansing of it is painful to the body. It knocks you down. Your mind can come to terms with it much faster than the body. That's where you'll be sitting after a surgery and you're ready to go home, but your body, they can tell you that you have to stay longer, to rest longer. They have to keep you on bed rest, shit like that. That's one of the downsides of this shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ego deaths of you fighting the mind is hard, but you can get through that once you learn the process. But getting the body to pick itself back up is much harder than getting yourself to get back up, to get your mind right. Getting your body to align with your new reality of how your mind thinks is so much harder, because you've literally beat up the body going through these memories and these thoughts. It's because it's hidden in all parts of your chakra system. So when you start pulling it out, and that's why I said, I was like, on Thursday, I was like, here comes the Stephen Hawkins thing, which is like, it's all hidden inside of your entire torso, which is where your chakras lie, and it starts breaking out. So as it starts breaking out, it comes to the surface with memories and feelings. You're filled with all kinds of fucked up feelings and all kinds of fucked up memories. This is dark. Think about how you feel when you're depressed, when you're angry, when you're sad. You're purposely, that's the alchemical process, is pulling all this shit inside of you. You're starting a huge fire inside of you. Once you put it out, the body's weak, bro. It is super weak. How do you put it out? Tears with the waters. You cry, but you get fully inflamed like a fucking hemorrhoid. All your emotions are boiling, bro. You know what I mean? All it was a lighting of the fuse. And the only way to unboil it is to pour it out. Pour some sugar. That's not exactly how it feels. Anyways, imagine the cauldron after you've boiled, you know what I mean? You've been boiling shit in it for fucking, 2 days. You can't just go and touch that thing. You know what I mean? And so, that's the body. And that's what I'm going through. I'm like, oh man, I had so much to do today. My body's like, no, I'll have to wait. I have to baby it so that it can do what I need it to do. And that's where you have to baby your mind. You have to baby yourself, soothe it is the word. You really have to care for yourself, the mind, the body, and the spirit during this time. The spirit gets tired of fucking fighting the mind, trying to take over the mind, trying to hold this whole thing together to be good. It gets tired of it, and the body too. It's like last night, my stomach, I was like up, and I was like, what the fuck? I had so many symptoms of just cramps and pains that I couldn't tell that I was actually starving. I had so many pains I couldn't tell that I was starving, and then I ate something and I just felt so much better. I didn't know. It's like your body is it's like, what do you want? What's wrong with you? It's the same with the mind. What do you want? What's wrong with you? You gotta sit there and work through it. And then that's what I mean is the spirit gets tired of doing all this work, and that's where I cry to God, I am tired. Can you just put me to sleep and not wake me up? I am so tired of carrying this fucking body through this earth and fighting this fucking mind to do what you tell me to do. Welcome to the awakening. Wake up, wake up. Let's wake up. We got a wake up call. Healing earth and shit. I don't know. It's probably going to tell us to go outside and be healed by the earth. Why? Because all of the healing properties are out there. That's why I sit up there all damn day. On page 107. What does that mean? My numbers are 17. You'll hear me say them a billion times all the time. 11, 7, 7, 11. 171. I didn't know that Pac was born in 71. So that makes sense too. Yesterday was Kobe's birthday, I guess. That makes sense too. He brings in the Virgo season. If there was any perfectionist that ever was perfect, that's that perfect piece of freaking awesomeness. It's so funny, dude. You guys knew him in life, and it's like he is everything that, every bit that, and so much more in the spirit. You wasted knowing him in the life. I'm so glad to know him in the spirit. It's man, but I'm just saying, he lives on. He's not dead. I mean, he's not in a body, and that's the great part. The golden light comes to you. I went to the wrong page. That was not it. Never mind. We're not on page 107. Where are we? 38. I was on 37. Okay, so we did heart transmission. Oh, alright. We're on page 112. If those that weren't paying attention, I posted in my page... What was it, James 1:12? So we're still aligned. Alright, earth healing. You are making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters, and you will be supported. That was the beginning of this. God wanted me to be a priestess. I'm like, who's going to take care of me? Who's going to take care of me if I'm sitting here taking care of this? Him. And that was the whole journey. To make that commitment, bro. In this world, when you make a commitment to be a priest or a nun, you need the church to take care of you. You lean on the church and its organization or whatever it might be. I don't know, but you don't see fucking nuns and priests with jobs. They don't work part-time jobs to be a nun or a priest. They're not supposed to. Really, they're supposed to believe in God to meet their needs, and He does. One of the best stories for me, most recent, is Mother Cabrini. I love her story. She's my mother. For those that don't know, do some research.
Mary Magdalene's school is at a museum. They have her school in a big old statue of her right out of gold.
It's funny you say that. We'll go ahead and bring out Mary Magdalene's book later. I say these things, I know you guys are new to this, right? So I said yesterday I would bring out a She-Riz card, and I said I would bring out Baal. She was part of the Black Moon Lilith cards, and Baal is a demon card. I'm not bringing either of those out in the light. It's just, there's a balance of dark and light, but you don't, you know what I mean? The dark doesn't show up to church on Sunday. Just be honest, bro. Just, it's really, you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like they have their time to shine. How about that? So you'll hear me say that I'm going to bring stuff out, but it's when it's time. That means it's manifesting. I'm telling the world and the universe, you, the intentions. I see a vision. When the time is right, we will speak on that. I can feel this coming up, that we need to speak on this. Right? Right. So, let's see here. So, truly, when you're chasing your dreams, you have to know that God's going to support you in this dream. Because realistically, you're going to give up security to go after this dream. And you need to know, you have to have something secure, knowing that you're going to be supported through this. A lot of people are looking for financial support or family support or something outside of them. I personally have never had any support. So when he asked me to, you know what I mean, stop being the provider, stop being the dad, stop being the masculine, and let him take care of us, this was extremely difficult for me. But after 3 years, you can see it. Now you're like, well, he's not taking great care of you if you're homeless. That's very disrespectful to God. I gotta tell you that right now. Those of you that think that. I did too. In the beginning, I was like, I could have took better care of myself than what you're doing, God. And that wasn't the truth. He was taking care of the real business, which is me facing my karma. You guys, I can't tell you this enough. Like, I did this over 10 years ago. I went through domestic violence, and I had to the only way to get out was through homelessness, through a domestic violence homeless shelter. And I did it, and I hid it, and I pretended like it never happened and that I was better than it, and you know what I mean? I looked down on other people. So I had to relive it with much more reverence and respect and humility. I worked hard to never have this happen again, but God had to replay this so that I could have more compassion, love, and understanding, not just for myself and how hard I work to get out of it, for the people that he puts through it all the time. It's disrespectful to say that God's not taking care of me. He is. It's just, this isn't what you would want in your life, but this is what I need in order to provide the services that I'm going to do in my future. It's like, if you want to be qualified in advocacy, then you're going to have to put in so much work advocating. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go to ground zero. If you want to do missionary work, you're going to have to go to those places and learn how to be it. In essence, you know, I'm God's greatest warrior, so he put me in the war zone. I don't get rich and get away from these people. I get rich and I help these people. That's the point. Having compassion and love and understanding for the people that have been casted out that actually need God more than anyone. I have to learn these people. I have to understand these people. I have to have compassion. I have to see what God wants for these people and how he can use me to help these people. Because it's not about just saving people. I can't save anyone. But opening my heart to everyone is the point. And understanding everyone and all their different needs and not judging everyone based on, you know what I mean, their situation. There's a lot to learn here. It's not just, you know, most of you are just going to find this as an entertaining story and never really see the divine workings and what it is that I'm going through. To be humbled in such a way, to give up your own fight. I fought to the end to make sure that I would never be in this kind of position, only to surrender and let God put me in the one place I was most fearful of, and to overcome it. I was afraid to lose it all and be this again. And instead I walked straight into the fire with God, lost it, gave it all to him. And I sit in the freaking, you know what I mean? I sit in the oven waiting for him, you know what I mean, to turn up the heat. And then one day I'll come out. But yeah, I'm definitely in the hot spot, for sure. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as a conduit through which she is fed higher frequencies of light, love, and divine presence. This assists her on the journey of her own evolution. Earth is an exceptionally beautiful and powerful divine being in her own right. Yet she, like I'm seeing the cards that we pulled. So we pulled Gaia, and we talked about the Queen of Pentacles. We talked about the Earth as a living organism, as an entity of its own. And she birthed us. We are birthed here from her. Yet she, like the other beings, benefit from the assistance of higher frequencies, which offers a loving hand to help raise her vibrations and continue her evolution. You are here to have your spiritual life journey in a human body. Part of that process will involve sharing your light with the earth itself. I do this, I don't see it today, maybe, but I'm an earth cleanser, so I go out and I clean the residual energy that's left there from people, what they've done to this. You know what I mean? I don't pick up trash and shit. I clean energetic fields of what's been done here. And then I also, like yesterday, for those of you that got caught in it, I apologize, but I'm trying to stop the fires up north. So I pulled in all of that rain and shit, and I sent it up into the mountains to hit the fires. If you know our weather, you know that was me, dude. All of our fucking weather comes from the west to the east. I pulled it from the east and I sent it up the mountain to go water down those fires up there. And it hit you guys really hard. I saw it. It looked like fucking snow up there on the mountains. I'm not the best at controlling the weather magic, but I'm trying to get it. You know, that was enough. If that could, you know what I mean? I know it hit you guys while you were going up the mountain, but that would have put the whole fire out. I hoped that it kept its intensity as it got to the fires. That's what I was trying to do. I really was. I sat there and everybody looked at me and I think they were a little scared of what I was doing, but I came out and I saw the perfect fucking storm in the sky. So I sent it up the mountain because I was trying to put those fires out. It was perfect, wasn't it? I'm sorry if you got caught in it, but that was the perfect amount of rain. It was so heavy, it would have just literally put the fire out. But it really fucked you guys up on the roads. I saw it on the news. I'm sorry. I don't know if it hit the fires. I was trying. This may see you take the role of a healer, guide, mentor, or teacher to others on the path. If you see you're doing work with the natural world with various earth-centered causes such as conservation or animal welfare, organic or biodynamic farming, we're going to get there, and etherical food production, and I told you we're going to start growing spiritually enlightened foods. Really, I have a whole book on it. It may involve an active prayer that is going through your day, praying for assistance, compassion, clearing, and blessings when you see an accident on the road. I always do that. I call for the specific angels. Who? Michael, Uriel, and Raphael. An animal or person who seems to be suffering, or an item on the news that you know needs light and healing. And that's it. You send your energy to what you see. From the most obvious gestures, and that's, you know, Lewis used to help me with that. I stay in my own world, and he would share current events around the world so that I could put my energy into it. I was like, thank you for letting me know this is going on out there. I don't know what's going on out there. You see that I run from out there. Unless it pops up on my Facebook, bro, I really don't know. I don't look at Google. I don't be scrolling. I don't follow anyone, so anything that pops up on my Instagram is all spiritual shit. I don't know what's going on in that world. I really don't. For the most obvious, but when I do, I care. It's not that I don't care, it's that I care too much. For the most obvious gestures to the more subtle, and the oracle tells you that you are powerful enough to make a meaningful contribution to the quality of conscious upon Earth. Anytime I go out, I just speak life. It's all I can do. I don't know if anybody's hearing it. Reach one, teach one. Put some light, put some love, put some knowledge, put some new direction in everything. And that's just how it is. Earth asks you to do your work with quiet confidence and dedication. She gives thanks for all you've done and acknowledges her love for you. She will support you in your work by providing material means for you while you are here on the planet. This includes financial support, housing, food, human and animal relationships. She will also provide guidance for your progress, opportunities to grow and expand your field of influence, education and training opportunities. It means to take advantage of them and the chance to apply what you've learned in the real world context. The more you devote yourself to your task of earth healing, the more the earth will support you in fulfilling your inspired goals. If you've been wondering if the spiritual work you are doing is making a contribution, this oracle, it's funny because that's what I said to Russ. This oracle, take this oracle as validation that it is. What you're doing matters. Yes, you're going to expand and grow in the work that you're doing and the impact you have in the world because you are capable of that. But you are already helping in ways that you may not realize. But the earth and the spiritual worlds do. I was gonna say I walk a lonely path. I don't know what happens. All I do is just spread my light and hope that other people light up too. And then I look up and I see no changes, and I just don't know if, you know what I mean? What more can I do? All I can do is just keep, you know what I mean? Watering the grounds. And so this is good to know. It's like, did you guys really understand how painful of the lessons I've learned? Are you really getting it? Do you see how long it's taking me to learn these lessons? Lessons that people never learn in their life? I could put it in a sentence, but you didn't see what I went through to put that sentence together for you? I broke my being to understand these lessons. You have loved the earth enough to take human form and to do your work here. She knows it, and she will reward you richly for it. Keep working, shining, and growing, dear one. Your presence here is so needed and honored. I'm remembering when I first started to wake up. It's a terrible feeling being me in the darkness. It's me against the world. I used to sit there just looking up at the stars, crying. You left me here on this planet all alone. I didn't honor the fact that she was home to me. I hated it. I just wanted to get off this planet. She makes me feel at home. The planet. And that's what I said. The planet is home, not the people. I'm made of this planet. I was created of the dust of this planet. It's my home. I just never made it my home. And this is where I'm supposed to, make it my home. Home is where the heart is. So if my heart is always yearning, back to the stars, then I'm never at home. I had to find peace in this home. And I'm not talking about the shelter, bro. I'm talking about this planet. If you don't like, if it doesn't feel like home, you never feel like home. And that's where I guess I was always pursuing home. I've been to 28 states in Mexico trying to find home. What I saw was home. I can tell you Colorado's home, San Diego's home, Florida's home. They're all home. But feeling at home on the planet, it was a hard struggle for me. Because I know this isn't my only home. It's just a place I never really called my home. I can show you home in all of the stars. I can show you home in the planets. I can show you home in the divine. I never made Earth my home. It's just a temporary place where I came to do my work. It wasn't my home. So it's a bittersweet as I cry about it. Invocation. Through unconditional love, I am empowered. I'm going to pray for you guys. I've already done this for myself. Through unconditional love, you are empowered to live your divine destiny. Trust in your gifts and talents. You know that all you need for divine success shall be provided for you. Now choose from your own free will to release any blocks, consciously or unconsciously, held around trusting the earth to provide for you with all that is needed to fulfill your divine purpose. Be grateful to receive all that is needed and more. Feel the joy within you about life and what you are capable of and have attained so far, and how much you can offer to the earth. Live from your heart with absolute trust. May all beings know their genuine worth, have confidence to express their grace. Through my own free will, so it be. Home is where the heart is, right? So as I'm seeing this, I'm seeing Marshall. Detroit. I ain't never even been to Detroit to even know if it's, I know it's sweaty. Anyways, and it's terribly freezing in the winter. I don't know. That's where his heart is. But can his heart find peace somewhere else? Could your heart be happy somewhere else? when we're talking about the earth, could you uproot yourself and be happy somewhere else? As I say that, I see St. Patrick. You know, he was taken into slavery as a child, and he lived, you know, among them, and they became his family. You know, Stockholm syndrome is what I'm seeing. And you know, that was his family. And then Joseph and all of them, it's like, can you leave your home and still have happiness? Can you have happiness in another home? The earth is filled with so many places. Can you find happiness in other places on this earth than your own backyard? It's interesting. I was never happy with Colorado. I grew up in Colorado. I was like, this is lame. And then I went to California. I hit the West Coast, then to the East Coast, and all the way around. And when I came back, I had so much more love and respect for Colorado, because by that time, it became a transplant state. What does that mean? Everybody that lives here isn't from here. Most of the natives have been pushed out by all of the growth. So it has a little bit of all of America in here. That's what made it great. So you can have the city life, which we didn't have. You know, the high-paced city life with all the cool perks of, you know what I mean, Boston, Miami, New York, fucking San Francisco, all of that in there. Or you still have Colorado, which is the fucking rural country life, the adventures that everyone comes here for, is to climb our mountains and feel our fresh breeze and see the animals. It's the best of both worlds. It wasn't before. It was just another country state like fucking Montana. You know what I mean? Known for just its beauty. That's all I've ever heard about Montana. It's beautiful. There's nothing that stands out about Montana but that it's beautiful. Worth going to see, right? If that's all we're looking for is the beauty in things. We know it's a place that there's nothing to do. That's like moving to Texas, Kansas. Most of these states. They're beautiful, but there's nothing to do. That's where Colorado became really cool, is because the people from outside these city places, they brought their inventive ideas and they changed it. They modernized it, but that pissed off, you know, the locals. And it's funny, it's like that's evolution. You know what I mean? New York was nothing but dirt and streets too before they came in with all their great ideas and built these enormous fucking towers and all of this, built the fucking world that we live in and shit. It was like they came with great ideas. You know, we didn't have we didn't have all these great foods until these people from other places brought them to us. We didn't have different and all of these different things that Colorado has to offer. We needed them. I appreciate it, but real Coloradans, nah, they hate you, bro, for coming in just like that. You destroyed our state. I think they made it better. This place used to suck. All you could do was walk around and play in the dirt. Fucking dirt farmers. I mean, it was, and I wasn't that girl. I wasn't about all that, dude. I didn't want to go, and I wasn't an adventurous, outside-y girl. That didn't come until my awakening, to be honest. I really wasn't about that. I especially didn't go camping, dude. I was afraid of the Blair Witch. Sounds so funny. You're afraid of yourself? I guess, in essence. There's nothing out there scarier than me at the end of the day. I was scared of animals. I was scared of bugs. I hated sweat. I didn't wear tennis shoes. I didn't even own a pair of shorts. Like, I don't do this stuff, dude. I was a total prissy little girl. Why? I don't know. I just was. So, you know, a place like California, fast-paced New York, and all of that I was that fast-paced little girl. I only became that later. Truthfully. Yeah, fully makeup, high heels, all the fucking time. I was a total fucking little dress-up bitch. It's funny, I didn't have Barbies, I played with babies. Go figure.
And you had a baby?
My daughter's like, you look so young. I was 16 years old, bro.
That's in like 1 year.
And in the back picture, that was my brother at 18 when he went to the freaking military. That was me. 16, I became a mother. It's kind of funny, dude. I found this picture. I was looking for it. It needs to be at the altar to remember what I've been through. And it sits right behind her. At 16, she was married, pushed off. We said no. Earth healing, yes. There's a lot about. Thanks, Mother Cabrini. She makes you feel better. Going outside makes you feel better, bro. It makes you feel better. Going to a new place. That's why we like to travel and see new lands and stuff like that. It makes you feel good to be part of Earth. With that being said, you know, it might be time to uproot and try some new things. I've lived all over the place. over the place. Why? Because you always think the grass is greener. Oh, this is a great place to live. My heart really, in my 20s, really reached out to North Carolina. I thought it was beautiful. It was very green and lush. I don't know how I didn't understand. I don't know why I don't have memories of humidity back then. But I can't do that type of shit now. I will never live in a humid place like that. But I remember when I first visited it, it was beautiful to me. It stuck in my heart. It was my favorite place in America that I had seen for the longest until I went through Tennessee. And then Tennessee stuck in my heart. It was beautiful. Really? Mm-hmm. Have you ever been on a road trip? You ever seen America? Just be out there. Kentucky. Kentucky had this great feel. We had left Illinois. We were on our way to Legoland. And it was, early in the morning. I'm nice and fresh, and I'm just driving through the fucking farmlands of Kentucky. And I remember it just being really beautiful. Kansas blows until you get to like fucking Topeka or fucking Minnesota, the Missouri part of it. There's a lot of places that are just nothing. Just fucking nothing forever. You're just seeing nothing. That's where you really do some serious fucking soul searching, because there's nothing to stare at. But, I was captivated with Arizona. I didn't expect the mountains, right? I didn't expect that we were going through mountains. I just didn't know what I was going through. I was expecting desert and flatland. Well, we got to that eventually. But through New Mexico, I went through it all through the night. And then, like, the next morning, we're driving through the top of, the northern part of Arizona to get to the southern part. And I'm driving through mountains. And these mountains I look at, they're bigger than ours. They're prettier than ours. The fucking hills are more dangerous. No wonder my brakes were all bad. I get to the bottom of, like, 2 hours of driving, or an hour and a half of driving through these mountains. And now I'm in the desert, and there's these fucking, the Joshua trees, and these enormous cacti, but they're as big as a tree, and they're everywhere. They are literally 20, 30, 40 feet tall, these cactuses all over. I was like, wow. America's full of beauty. Where, you know what I mean? If you look at it on the map geographically, you can see where it all changes, and it's really beautiful. I remember going to Chicago and staring at the Great Lakes, and they were so big, it looked like the ocean. You couldn't see the end. It was really cool. The difference in the sunsets between the east and the west, the water, the sand. It's beautiful. Everything, I'm hearing this old song. Something. I don't know. It's a patriotic song. Somebody blow the whistle on that one. All right, let's move on. Where are we? We're going to go through the divine nature. Why? Because these are just divine and I like them. I do this just because I like it. Some things I don't do just because I like, but I like these. I can sit around all day just playing with these, but I don't. Share your bounty. Generosity. God has only given me He has given me what nobody else has, and I'm fucking full of it. My bounty is the knowledge and the wisdom of the other worlds. I am the only one that has it. And I am full of it. And it makes me literally rich. I'm fucking abundant. That kind of information, it's like selling trade secrets to the government or something. It could be, but it's not. It's not supposed to be coined. That's my abundance. Is the truth that I hold. The knowledge that I hold. Otherwise, now my pockets be pretty empty. Everybody definitely always wants a cigarette from me. That's for sure. Fuckers. I mean, seriously. I might have a bowl of weed I could smoke with you, but I really don't have much. Not usually. What I do have is priceless, and it's endless, and that's what people really want. What does Russ want? My inspiration, my ideas. I'm full of ideas that he can make money out of, and he wants that. Everybody does. It's the creativity. They want the creative parts of it that they can coin. I'm seeing Marshall. They want to know that idea that I gave Marshall to change the world and be a billionaire. It's not about being a billionaire. It's about changing music forever. It's about setting it free, letting everybody be heard without these fucking charts. I'd love to hear something better on the radio than what the fuck they give us. Anyways, so go to Spotify. Please don't make me. I want to be able to choose, not be fed bullshit. I want to choose what I want to eat. I don't want to be fed bullshit. So that's what I got. Knowing what you really have to offer. My resources are unlimited, but they're not. It's a source outside of this. It's not material. It creates unbelievable material abundance. And that's what people really want from me, is my connection. And all I do here all fucking day, every day, till the day I die, is teach you how to have that connection. Instead, you're going to sit there, question mine, and try to steal it, and try to deny it, instead of just having your own. I don't know. But yeah, I got plenty to give. I'm that fucking giving tree. And that's what got me here. What do I have to give? Nothing but God. In ways that nobody else got it. Well, that's great. 313. Alright. Share your bounty. It's time to share your creations, your blessings, your talents and skills. You've cultivated them long enough, and now they lay in your lap like harvested bounty. Whatever situation you are facing now, trust that you have what you have cultivated. This is not a time to hide your light under modesty or question the value of your contributions. Share, reveal, and offer. Let the inspiration that you've received throughout your life reveal to you that someone out there is waiting for you to turn, for your turn. Excuse me, I'm seeing something. Seeing the mirror. Let the inspiration you have received throughout your life reveal to you that someone out there is waiting for your turn as muse. When you share your particular genius, you join in the necessary reciprocity of creation. I see it right here. It's like, yeah, it says the grapes, but I see it as the olive branch. I'm not holding them in. I just tell you not to take them. It's not like, oh, I'll never tell you because I know that, so a hater. That's what I said to Russ. It's like, why do you want me to lose when all I want you to do is win? I'm not against giving you something good for yourself, but you'll hold back in hopes that, I don't do better than you. What am I supposed to do with it all? Nothing. He doesn't want me to do anything with it. As far as, the creativity, some of it, yeah, for my own music and for my own, my documentaries and stuff, but it's just never ending. The rhymes, the ideas, everything. It's given to me to make this world a better place. But the thing is I need to give it to the right people that'll create these things. Marshall was given that blueprint because he was the right person. It doesn't mean that you gotta come over here and try to get it from me and that you can be the right person for it. I assure you that God has something for you too. That he wants you to create to change this world just like me. And you already have the skills in it. You just don't believe that you can do what he's asking you because you don't see this as a get-rich-quick scheme. You don't see the bigger picture that this will change the world. You just want success. There's, me being a priestess, that's not going to be rich. I'm not getting rich being a priestess. But I understood what he needed. There's not a priestess. He needed the priestess. And I have to, let him take care of my needs while I do what he really wants me to do. And that's it, too. It's like, geez, I'm seeing Paul, Moses. It's like, fuck. Moses had a great life, bro. He was full of gold and everything. Only to fucking turn totally to God. He couldn't offer any of them anything. And that was Jesus, too. He asked us to save you, but then we all have to turn to him to feed us. I have nothing in my pockets to give you other than what he tells me. And that's got to be the fruit that feeds you, bro. It's what feeds me and my family. It's what I'm trying to teach you is where to go to get your bounty. The quicker picker-upper. That was useless. It was somebody's creative idea. He'll give you creative ways to meet your needs where you don't have to hurt anybody and you're going to do something authentic with nothing more than your gifts, but you may never be rich. But just being peaceful, that's the richness. That's what it said in that verse that I posted. It's like those that never give up faith wear the crown. The crown is life itself, where you can keep your head held high as you walk through life. You don't have to stress. You know that God's got you. All you're doing all day is trying to make sure that you got you, and that you got everyone else. It's a much better experience to know when God got you, and you can let Him take care of everybody else too, where you ain't got to worry about everybody else, and you don't got to worry about yourself anymore. You just don't got to worry. That's where you want to be. Is where you don't have to worry anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I'm full of it. Send me a message and I'll tell you what God says. I don't know what He wants for you. I don't even know who you are, but I can see it on you when I meet you. I can see what God's calling, what He wants you to. They'll tell me, tell this person this. Okay, why am I telling them? And then He'll show me. He'll show me, or you'll tell me, I have this idea. Yeah, God totally supports you. This is what He thinks you should do. Or you're like, no, that's not a good idea. In the essence, I'm not giving you my idea or my fucking opinion. I might. That would be me laughing in your face. Just because I'm a bitch. It doesn't mean nothing to you. I just laugh on all awkward moments. And that awkward laugh. Oh, look. We're at our crown chakra. The unlimited self. Oh, gosh. These we always pull out on a Sunday. If you want to keep up at all, just get these. Every single Sunday I pull one out. Every single Sunday. It's like the most consistent thing I do. Really? Pretty much. If you want to be part of the gang, this is the best way. Alright. We're talking about your crown chakra. I went to Manifestia. We talked about manifestations yesterday. It's where you just call it in. It's where He does the legwork. You just step out and step up. Unlimited self on page 40. 40 water. Go get a baptism. Devotion, inner guidance, visionary inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, and life force energy. The crown chakra is your link to the multi-dimensionality of your being, the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens. Your soul comes in through there, but then it's trapped inside the body. That's what I say, but it also leaves through there, through your crown. That's where all the astral traveling and stuff like that goes. You still wear a crown. You just can't see it. Why? Because your third eye is blocked by all your thoughts. God is pouring into you all the time. You just can't see it because your thoughts are blocking your visions. Okay? Okay. The crown chakra is your link. The infinity symbol of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth. Restore. Be present and flowing without rigid outcomes. Find more space in your life. Find your own way to meditate. When you are distracted, you are living on the surface level. Explore the states of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may be receiving. Anytime you space out, I saw my daughter do it yesterday morning. I told her to put the leash on the dog, so she put it on and then she just sat there and she stared at the wall for 30 seconds. I was watching her, and I know what that means. You're getting a download. You can't see it, but your eyes go numb. And you just stare. You don't even blink. You can feel something happening in your body, but you can see that you're completely focused on nothing and none of your body is moving. Welcome. That's the beginning of meditation. You'll see me do that a lot, where I just completely stare and go completely still, like a piece of wood. You do it a lot. I watched her do it just sitting there. The thing is you can't see. Why? Because your brain is in the way. But it really does space you out. Whatever you were thinking of just got cleared out. You go completely blank. And then someone will be like, what are you thinking about? I don't know. Because you couldn't see it. Welcome. That's the meditative space. You can do that while you're driving a car. You can do that while you're walking. You can do it while you're doing the dishes. You can do it in the shower. You can do it during brushing your teeth. It happens when I'm fucking blow drying my hair. It happens all the time. Space. Space. Put on some headphones. Oh shit, you're completely spaced out. Vibrations. That's how you get the information. You have to go to space. You have to create space for you to go to space. And in that space comes creative inspiration. Something beyond your thoughts happens in that space. Go for a ride. Turn on the music. Roll down the windows. Watch yourself space the fuck out. Go outside. Sit by a freaking rock, under a tree, in the grass. Watch yourself space out. There's many ways to space out. That's what meditation means, is creating space for you can leave this current reality and enter in a new space, a new state of mind, which is space. Fills with all kinds of shit. Alright. Let's see. Explore the state of flow and reset and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. That's it too. They happen real fast. So fast. You can fill that space with so many visions and so many thoughts that you'll forget. Keep a pen and paper handy. If you're like me, you'll forget too fast. The thing about that space is they'll keep bringing you back to the same space. Themes: the way the way for you to most align with divine guidance and connect with spirit. Healing position: on top of your head or just above the head, laying down. Color wash: white with flecks of gold and violet. Well, that's definitely that guy up there. He carries the white flame, and so does he. The golden rays and all of that. It's all in there. It's the ascension. Super duper, huh? Alright, we're working on your crown chakra. Activations. I shared some information about that you have your 7 chakras, but there's more to it. After you align those, you can connect to all the other chakras. There's earth, star chakras. It's basically you're just connecting, you're just plugging yourself into all kinds of shit. You're like, oh, let's see what this does. Oh my god, it fills me with energy. It's pretty much it. You're just connecting your energetic field. I want to see what happens when I have sex. Let's connect these fields and see what happens. It's gonna be a field day. We're gonna blow some fuses here. Alright, I don't do this typically on a Sunday, but I was guided to the Kalis. Really? I don't typically, but she's light and dark, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's a very light card. Wow. Suri Bala. Suri means Lord. Obviously, for those that don't know. Number 27. I went to page 115. Oh, 30. We're going to end on this card. Everybody have some lunch, and we'll try to come back for some religious studies. I don't know what I'm bringing out. I definitely am not... We're going to read something about this, because it hasn't left my fucking altar since I pulled it out. And then from there, I don't know. I really don't know. Divine child with wisdom beyond her years. The old soul with deep knowing dwells within our hearts. That's what I said, the Fool. I posted this last night. It's like, I'm back with nothing more than the wisdom that I've accumulated from my experiences. She urges you to commit to your most passionate inspirations, completely and without hesitation. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you recognize. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you towards your destiny, but an instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Validation from others will come later. Your path is authentic, and you are destined to succeed. I don't know about all of you and what you're doing, but I know that I'm destined to succeed because this is what God needs. I'm doing God's work. I'm one of a kind. I'm the only one that can do this. So the fact that, that this won't work, that's not even true. The more that learn, the further it goes, the more that we'll learn. Some of you have an incapacity to learn. That's not my problem. But I've seen this, and why I do this is so I could teach everyone. You speak English. You know what you don't know? Is English is a second language in every fucking country. What other language do you speak? Dummy. Alright, this aspect of Lalita Tempura Sundurai Suribala translates as divine child, or more specifically as God the daughter. I understand why we pulled this. Who am I? I'm God's daughter. I'm Lilith, his first creation, his first daughter. Him in a female form. That's all a daughter is to you. Do you understand that, men? That little girl that you think is just all weak and pretty and she's all her mom, she's you in a beautiful little girl form, and you're going to find that out when she starts running her mouth. She is you. She is her father. I say that to my daughter all the time. You're like your fucking father. In the essence, that's what she is. You know what I mean? Me and all my mechanic, all my engineering and my love for cars and travel, that's my father, bro. That's my father. That's not my mother. It is far more compassionate for the divine child to be represented as a male, and in numerous cultures, having a boy is considered particularly auspicious. So Suribala is not only a celebration of divine feminine child, but an inadversion of dominant culture values. As I saw this, I saw what happened with me and my ex-husband. I was told for 8 months that I was having a son. He was so excited to have a son. At 8 months, we found out it was a girl. He came back home, he looked at his dad, he was filled with tears. He said, what am I going to do with a girl? His dad said, it's going to be all right. We had her, and he loves her more than, he's shown my son no love or respect or acceptance. All he cares about is his daughter. But he thought he was going to have a son, and when he did, he abandoned him. He's never had a connection with my son, but he loves, come fucking November 27th, that bitch will find some way to contact us. He loves her to death. He rejected his son, and all he wanted was a son. I'm glad he didn't. He wouldn't have known how. But in essence, I just want to show you that it's like he wanted it. He thought he was having a son. We thought he was. And he wanted his son to be named after him. He's a junior. I honored his, his desire to have his son. He wanted to replay it. His father had all sons, you know what I mean? And BJ, which is named, his first son was named after him, and blah, blah, blah. He wanted to create, follow tradition. Yeah, you're a traditional, never mind. Anyways, I'm just saying that, my father he's Latin, so he puts more love into my fucked up little brother than myself, and you choose your boys because you feel that they have more power and presence, that they'll be more successful, that they'll make you more proud. Marshall doesn't have a son yet. But his daughter means the world to him. I saw a post that said something about if you don't change your behaviors, so you said something about that, if a daughter doesn't make you change your way with women, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Something like that. I saw it on Facebook. Royce has all girls. You know what I mean? It's you in a little girl form that breaks your heart. Her presence shakes up the traditional power struggles with the combination of innocence and fearlessness. That's my daughter. Like, dude, she's dangerous. It is my sense that there are emanations of Suribala in the form of particular pure-hearted, fearless, and empowering young women, speaking and acting for the protection of the feminine in our world today, such as though environmental activism. It is taught that Bala asks her goddess mother LILITH to allow her to join the battle against evil. Damn, Joan of Arc. She is passionate to fulfill her inner yearning that her body cannot keep still. LILITH expresses her concerns that Bala is still a child, inexperienced, therefore potentially vulnerable. And that's what it is. We don't want to be looked at as little girls that can't do things. Maybe we don't know, but you can show us and we can be great at all things. You see us as weak, fragile, vulnerable, ignorant, useless. She frets at the thought of losing her daughter, especially when others could take her place on the battlefield. And that was it, Joan of Arc over here. And then, you know what I mean? So many of them. It's like, I can do this. I can fight this battle. That's what I was in my last, you know what I mean? Not just Kelly, but as the battle crow, as the Morgan. I was the battle goddess. A woman. It wasn't the god. It was the goddess of war. However, Ball petitions her mother again, asking to be allowed to express who she is. Lalitha recognizes her daughter's determination and provides her with armor and the blessing, at which point Ball kicks Demon's butt and saves the day. She conquers 30 demons in an extremely difficult yet perfectly executed martial art demonstration. Now that's some serious girl power. Suri Bala arises when we need to trust in what feels right on an inner level, not allowing the lack of external validation to deter us from our innate, authentic purpose. I gotta be honest with this. This is what's going on. I can feel it from everybody. And my daughter said it too. Like, we got into an argument yesterday. I called her lazy. She's like, "You're lazy. You don't even have a job." And it hurt. And that's why I was like, we're gonna stop right now because we're just hurting each other with words. People think that. I can feel it. And you know what I mean? And it's like, I can feel it in my own. It's like, seize the day. Do something about your situation. Bro, that's all I ever did, and I fought God. I can't do what he says not to do. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't tell you why he's not making me fucking do these things. In essence, I have to do what I have to do to stay here. So I have to be actively searching for a job, but breaking down doors and trying to rebuild my life. It looks like you know what I mean? It's like, why aren't you working harder? I'm working my hardest at the life he wants. You want me to work at a life that you have or what you think I'm supposed to. It's very... There's not a word. What you believe I'm supposed to do and what God's training me to do are two very different things. And as you see me not doing what God is making me do, you don't understand. You don't understand what it means to be still and trusting and understanding about the, he's in control. I can go out and I can use my energy to try to force my way against his. But that's all that's going to do is slow down my process, bro. I can't make you trust it. I just have to tell myself to trust this works. I'm gonna cry here. It's like, I don't stress it until everybody's stressing me. You don't know what he's doing, but I do. And I can't tell you fully, but this is the way. As far as external validation, it's like, you know what I mean? You're still waiting for me to get a job in a house before you're going to reach out to me. You're never going to reach out to me, bro, if that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for me to be on your terms, for me to be worthy of your time. If you can't love a fucking nun, then you have nothing to do with me. I'm never going to be that, dude. It's not to say that God's not going to give me a house. We will move from here. But it's not into your reality. It's not back into the Matrix. It's a new place that he's created for me. It's happening around me, and it triggers my inner child. What about me? I want those things. This morning, Tasha was getting on the elevator as I was getting off, and she's like, "Girl, I got housing." I said, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, it's subsidized too. They paid it, and I get to move in. It's right up here." And she gives me this, I'm grateful for her. I'm grateful for her that she has, even with her little bitty job, she can finally have a house now. And then the coveting part of me is like, man, I want that. I should find out where she applied. I should do what she's doing so I can have what she has. No, just be happy for her. Your time will come. I'm not going into subsidized housing. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forwards. And the only way to keep going forward is not chasing the things of the past, but letting God provide this new future for me. I'd like to, I would have liked to be, like I saw the boy this morning. Yeah, that was weird. God, that was weird. He's out there. He's out on the front porch. As soon as I walked out, I was like, oh, God. And he walks up straight up to me to shake my hand. How are you? Oh God, I haven't brushed my teeth. Get out of my face. He moved. You know what I mean? Even the fucking, and that's where some of these girls are getting, they're getting depressed about it. Even the four weirdo fucking disabled people, they're all getting together and putting their little disability checks together, and they're going to be out by next week. You look at everybody else, God moving them on to their new futures, and you're like, what about mine? It's not time, dude. I feel it. My heart does. The child inside of me is jealous, maybe, or restless. I'm not jealous, dude. I know that I don't want to go into subsidized housing because I know who lives there. It's not judgment, it's just truth. You know what I mean? I don't want what they have. I just want what God has for me. But as I see everybody getting theirs, naturally it makes you antsy for yours. Where's mine, God? And then you gotta remember, what'd he say? Not this year. He told me not till May, bro. He told me he wasn't gonna move me during my daughter's freshman year. Which is, in essence, it's a promise of security, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of a death threat. I've gotta stay here till May. And it sucks. But at least, it's supposed to be a blessing. It really is. And as they move all these people out that, who knows, guys. But between then and now, between now and then, I would have gotten, my monies together, and I would have gotten my trailer, and, after this school year, he has a plan. I don't want to stay here. But even if I got a job right now, if he gave me a job that I start on Monday, I wouldn't be ready to, am I really ready to hold up a house all by myself? I want it, but can I? Can I do this all by myself? I had before, and it almost killed me. Trying to rebuild my whole life on my own income and my own back and my own strength. I did it. I almost want to say it drove me crazy, but I think I was already there. It just made it worse. I just want to say this. It's like when we need to trust that in what feels right on an inner level, not allowing the lack of external validation to deter us from our innate and authentic purpose. Muscle does not have to meet muscle. The strength of intention combined with pure and fearless commitment to our true nature is enough to change the course of what is happening. Hey, bro, you never just wanted to leave the temple? You never just wanted to run away? I feel it, bro. I want to run away from this sometimes. I want to run away from my duty. I don't want to just continue. Sometimes I want that. I want to go back into the world and have my life again. Sometimes. But I can't. What's done is done. There's no life out there for me. I have to wait. I won't live in this temple forever. I'll build a new one. According to specifications. But right now, nah. Just not time. I'm not ready. He'll say when I'm ready. And I think I'm ready. And every part of my body is always ready to take on, this world. But then you realize you go out there and you get fucked up real bad. And you're like, I wasn't ready, I guess. He's preparing, you know what I mean? He's preparing us. And that's what he did with Jesus with 40 days in there. We just kept him in there, feeding him, getting him ready, training him, spiritual boot camp. It's like, damn, I'm ready to leave the temple now. I'm gonna jump that fucking fence, dude. I'm going partying. Who's with me? They say they have sex over there. Just playing around. I'm just saying, I get it. Sometimes you want to be part of the cool kids, dude. I get it. The strength of intention combined, blah, blah, blah. The mountain can be moved by faith, the size of a mustard seed. The story of feisty Bala can inspire us. At first, we may gain no support for our efforts. We must continue to apply ourselves and not give up who we are and what we... I'm seeing Kanye. who we are and what we came to this planet to accomplish. In doing so, the power needed shall be divinely given. Public validation can come later, but we do not need it to accomplish what is required. Though every artist will tell you this, every successful person is like, and that's Kobe, the pat on the back comes later. You know what I mean? Your trophy means shit to me. I'm not here for the trophy, the public validation of what I've done. I know what I've done. I don't need a clap on my hands. I need you guys to, you know what I mean? Put your hands together and pray for yourselves. Shit. And then as I said, is Kanye. It's like, Kanye had a vision to create God's kingdom with, little churches and music. Nobody believed in him. They thought he was crazy. He didn't believe in himself enough. It was something new that was given to him by God that nobody else was given to do. And he started it with full fire, but he got doused. The Tantra teaches us that Bala saw the battle unfolding and what was necessary to attain success with complete clarity. Adults tend to underestimate a child's capacity to see what's going on, yet the child is the unconditioned part of us, the part that sees things as they are. And we started this whole thing with the inner child. In a reading, the presence of Suri Bala implies that our instinctive desire to pursue a particular path of fulfillment and expression are authentic. The authentic path is the safest and most protective path we can take. It is the one in which we are closest to the divine, to our true nature and all its wisdom, intuition, and creative resourcefulness. We can more readily attract what we need, and things fall into place more effortlessly. It seems to be the opposite of playing it safe. Yet, the more we diverge from our authentic being, the more disconnected we are from the divine connection, and the more danger we will encounter. Bala is said to be LILITH's breath. What does that mean? Breath keeps energy flowing through the body. When Bala declares that she wants to fight, it is a stringing of an honest and natural impulse within. To breathe is instinctive. The childlike wildness, unaffected, untamed of Bala is the unconditioned self that knows how to move towards its natural fulfillment. If you think of the child, you can tell it no, but it's still going to go. And as I'm seeing this, I'm seeing Moana. It was in her heart. Her grandma knew that she was destined to do it, but everyone else wasn't going to let her. And that's Nemo. You think you can do these things, but you can't. You don't know what they can do. All you see is your fear. My daughter, in Las Vegas, when she went down that she does the craziest things. She's so fearless. She's not scared. She's not. I don't know why she doesn't feel fear. She's not scared to do it. She's like, I can do this. I'd be scared. I just know I can do it. I feel the fear. That's where it is. It's like, and that's your inner child is inside of you wanting to do the most amazing things. It still lives inside of you. And that's where you have to, let it. It's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this person right now. Hey, hold on. Let me at him. Bala is said to be, moving on, the childlike wilderness. Our mind steps into a say no or give reasons why it's not appropriate, like the unconventional notion of a little girl as a powerful, conquering war hero. Yet, the innate wisdom of our soul needs to be allowed to manifest. She's not fighting for the sake of it. She's fighting against the evil she sees. To allow for Suri Bala to arise within is to allow for the protective spirit that sees truthfully and acts with purity and fearlessness. Release the baby, is what I saw. It's from the Crudes. This baby's dangerous. The fearless commitment to the path, even if our mother worries about our life choices at first. You gotta trust that God will take care of them in their divine path. They have a dream, and just because we can't see it, it's bigger than what we thought. My daughter's she's well on her way. At some point, as soon as she can, she'll end up in Europe. I've never even been. I can't help you there. I can't save you from here. I'm scared of it. Have you seen the movie Taken? Jesus Christ. It's her destiny. She's going. She's going to Germany, bro. when and where and how. It doesn't matter how old she is, I'll still be afraid that she won't be able to protect herself. She doesn't speak German. She doesn't know the people. This and that. It doesn't matter. My fears are not going to stop her. They could, but they shouldn't. I can't stop her from whatever God is calling, whatever her heart is calling for her to do. You know? Can't stop her. I just have to believe in her and be there to support her in her dreams, you know? And if all ends bad and she goes over there and that was the end of her life, then that's what her life was here to do. She came here just to go over there and fight that battle. Fight her mom and go be in German or something. I don't know. But you see it since they're little. You see their, you see their drive. They're going to do this. You believe in them, and it really happens. And that's, I'm seeing Lewis. Lewis showed his family at 8 years old that he was going to do this. And they believed in him, and they made it happen for him. You know what I mean? Believe in your children and what they want to do with their life. Don't tell them that that's not a good look. I want to be an artist. She's so unbelievable, dude. She can make money on her artwork for the rest of her life. She'll never have to have a job. She wants to be a musician. I think she'd be an unbelievable dancer in the performing arts. She has unbelievable creativity. Instead, she wants to go fight wars and be a man. Okay, fine. She has plenty of options. I'm not going to tell her what to do with her life when she can do all kinds of great things. Yes, I'm going to be afraid of everything she does. Everything she does. Every time she goes out. She got a bike and she went out and I was afraid. I was afraid. I told her, keep the phone, call me when you get there. Just let me know you're safe. And that's not because of you. It's because the fear is going to kill me, not knowing if you're okay. I'm going to die here, scared for you. It's not that I doubt you. It's just that I don't have the strength to fight this fear. I need to know you're okay. I have this fucked up thing with my children from what I've been through. It's like, if I can't see you, I can't save you. Don't ever get out of my sight. I can't fight off someone. I can't protect you. They'll get you. If I can't see you, I can't save you. I had to learn to let them go out of my sight and be safe. In order for me to work without a babysitter, I had to trust they would be okay. I had to trust that I would be okay and that I would come home. That everything, no matter what the weather was or the streets or what it was, that God would bring me home. That everything would be okay. It's hard, especially with your babies, bro. Especially with your babies. You think that, you just want to protect them. Think about fucking Mary and Jesus, bro. Her whole life, she kept him protected, only to let him out, and then they did that to him. It's like, fuck, she knew it was his purpose, but at the same time, it's like, this would have never happened if you would have just stayed in my house. You could have been, you would have lived happily ever after you just stayed in my house. It's just something to think of, dude. Let them breathe. They came with a purpose, bro. Don't tell them what they can't do. Ask them how you can help them and try to make them safe. Give them the right, tools to do it. You don't know what they're capable of. But you can stop it if you keep, your fears will stop what they're capable of. You'll stop letting them believe. They won't believe in themselves if you don't. Okay, let's see. Yet the innate wisdom of the soul needs to allow, she is not fighting for the sake of fighting. To allow for Suri Bala to arise within is to allow for the protective spirit that sees truthfully and acts with purity and fearless commitment to the path, even if our mother worries about our life choices at first. The Divine Mother empowers her, and so too empowers us to manifest our destinies with her help. Trust in your destiny. You are more than capable of the task for which your heart yearns. Invocational ritual. Place your hand on your heart. Feel, imagine, intend, and make a connection with the original wisdom and the inner knowing within. This wisdom and clarity is your primordial divine nature. It would have been strongest in you as a child, before societal conditions and life experiences taught you to adapt and defend yourself. Your intention to connect may need to travel beneath layers of belief, reactions to suffering, family or cultural projections, and so on. Beneath such things, Ali, I seen you. The original wisdom still believes life into you. Our cultural understandings, my culture, when I had the cultural understanding of why me and Ali can't be, you know what I mean? It was enough that I walked away. That was enough fear. Your country would kill me. That was enough for me. That was enough for me to leave him alone. It's like, your country would kill you and me if they knew. They would kill you. I don't want you to die because I care for you. I'll stay away. It's the truth. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. I didn't know that. I didn't know how they viewed... I'm ignorant to the things of this world. I mean, don't get me wrong. I knew that, you know, they didn't like Christians, but I didn't understand it fully till I had to Google it. My daughter tells me. It's like, oh shit. He could literally be killed. His own people would kill him for fucking consorting with a witch. American, Christian, anything I am. He culturally can't have affiliation to me. And I just let it go by that. I didn't know it was that dangerous for us to be friends. Beneath such things, the original wisdom still believes, or still breathes. And it's funny because you can pull out their holy scripture and they shouldn't be that way, but they are. Beneath such things, the original wisdom still believes life, or still breathes life into you. Believe it is possible and effortlessly to drop beneath all layers and simply feel the vital breath of your true nature deep within. It is the pure spiritual instinct and inner soul intelligence. Connect beneath the mind and stories as you breathe. Say the following prayer. I'm going to pray for you, and this is the end. Suri Bala, Divine Daughter, Original Divine Instinct, my true nature, we bow to you. You hold the wisdom and desire for us to be and fulfill our authentic being. You are the fearless spiritual instinct within that must manifest for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Nothing shall obstruct our path as we move from the inner ground of our being with our unwavering focus and self-trust. We are held in the Divine Mother's protection, blessed by her grace and her belief in us. May your unrivaled wisdom and unerring knowing guide us always. May you prevail. Hai Ma Bala, Hai Ma, Hai Ma, Hai Ma. Finish with your hands in prayers at your heart. You have completed your secret ritual. Hey, I just want to point out is I'm really good at of changing the words. It's singular, and I just like change it as I'm reading it. I'm pretty good at that. Well, this was a good teaching. What do we learn? Your crown chakra, which again is your inner child. We talked about, what was this last one we read? Oh, your bounty, your gifts. This is a good one. I don't know how to label it right now because I'm full of it, but I'm going to label this and we'll move on to some spiritual, or we'll do religious studies later on today. I'm going through an alchemical transmutation, so my body's fucked up, so I'd like to just curl up and let it feel better, and then I'll come back when it feels better, but I got some stuff to do too. Care for yourself, bro. As you saw me cry and go into that dark space, it's like I can't live up to what your expectations are, and I feel the pain of it. I feel the pain of people's judgments that I'm not what you want me to be and what I would have thought I should have been by now. But I fully understand of what I'm becoming. And I know that it doesn't look so becoming to go from, you know, a powerful, independent woman to nothing more than a priestess of God. It's very humiliating and humbling. I had to give up all my power to become very powerful. Something simplistic that now I can use the weather to help people and stuff like that. But nah. On the outside, it looks like I'm not worth anything to anybody. And I feel that when people project it. But that's not what I believe. I feel what you're putting on me. But I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to wear the shame of what you think I am because you can't see what I'm becoming. It's not nice, though. It's not nice. And you're not supposed to be nice, but be a little bit kinder about the situation. You can never be joked like I have and still be grateful. Try to work on that. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Laters, haters.